Hello. Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to show you my current foundation routine, which I don't actually use a foundation. I'm just going to go ahead and use my concealer palette from QC Makeup Academy. I recently graduated. I did the Master Makeup Artistry course. It was kind of fun. It wasn't anything serious, nothing that you couldn't learn by yourself. But it was kind of fun to get that extra feedback. So onto the foundation. I'm going to use, there's kids in the background, you have to forgive that. I live in a noisy house and don't mind the backdrop. I don't, we live with family, so I don't get to decorate or paint or anything like that. But so with this routine, I'm going to use where are you going, little tripod? A variety of foundation shades. So I'm going to do some basic contouring as well. But I have a fairly even skin tone, but in some places I do not, and so I like to use more than one color for my skin because I think it gives it a more realistic finish. And these are really nice concealers. So we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and use, I think, this shade just about, or I think this one. I've been using this one a lot for the main color on my face. So let's get started. I do have I have a little bit of color. I've been spending some time out in the sun, but I'm no bronze goddess. There's no mirror. So, I'm going to get started. I do like to start in the center of my face. Nice stripe. Oh yeah. Ain't that cute? I'm just trying. And there's my child. So it may look like I'm putting on a lot. I'm not really. I'm just using a bit, and I'm just going to blend it out. So ordinarily, I would use my big DSLR camera, but I don't really feel like being in front of my camera setup. I just want to chill and do makeup in my terrible background. So basically with this, we're just going to use a little product at a time and really blend it into the skin. We want to try to do this basically no foundation look. So the only thing I don't like about this QC palette is that all the shades are really fair. You'd have a hard time, ladies of color or women with olive tone skin or caramel skin would have a really hard time using this. That's the only, because they're very, they have pink undertones, strong pink undertones, and ladies of color, they typically have yellow undertones. And they need a darker shade, quite a few darker shades. And that's the only con about this I can think of. But the texture is really wonderful. But I've been using this brush a lot. This is just kind of like an oval foundation brush. And it's really nice for getting into like those really fine contours. Under my chin. I've been breaking out. I'm so hormonal. Whenever I get really hormonal, I break out super bad. And I'm using the camera to watch myself. Just so pretty, can't stop looking. No. Okay, so as you can see, this actually matches my neck pretty good. However, it's a little bit darker, so I'm going to go ahead and go with a shade that's a bit lighter along my jawline. And I'm really just dabbing my brush in there. So you will see. And using this technique, I find I can kind of cut back on the powder contour and stuff, because I'm using more than one shade, so doing this, I can basically contour as I go on. As you can see, I'm also creating like a really strong contour already. Kind of cheating a little. And I like this palette because you can really build it up and it doesn't get cakey hardly. Like it will inevitably, because these are concealers, they're full coverage, all that jazz. But this is pretty much my go-to foundation routine these days because you can blend the colors and get a really perfect match. It looks realistic, it looks beautiful. Well, realistic as makeup goes, you know, because at some point it's makeup. Let's be honest. We all know you wear it. You can tell.
Seriously, Elizabeth? You write slow.
Seriously, Elizabeth? So all the way down to the neck too. Ladies, don't forget that. Nobody likes, let's try to avoid the dreaded foundation mask. So of course I'm going to go a little bit heavier where I'm breaking it out. Hello, Daphne. It's not that bad though. I covered it up pretty good. Okay, so next, I'm going to go ahead and go with a very cool tone color for my contour. And I'm going to start with my cheeky bones, and I'm going to go right in that hollow. Oh, hello hair. Right in that hollow.
That was super slow. Yeah, now I'm going faster. Hey, you're sweet.
Kids are having fun watching TV, having fun doing makeup. It's a win-win situation. So with contour, I put a line in the deepest part, like right under my cheekbone, right where it angles down into the hollow. I put it there, and then I just sort of blend it out. And then up your cheekbone, a little bit, as far as you like. I sometimes like to bring it way far in. I'm doing more over here. Come on, work with your makeup. There we go. Yeah, I'm bringing up my undercut, so I've got like, I got like an inch on both sides going, so progress. So sweep it up. So you can see it's coming together. And I have freckles up here, so I don't like to put a ton of foundation there. Okay, I'm gonna contour my nose. I just contour the tip a little because I have like a bigger nose. I think of it as like a witch's nose. Witch's nose. I'm not gonna say that. Maybe you should watch my videos. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna contour down here. I don't have a problem with it. It's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a warmer shade of this concealer, and I'm gonna use it as a bronzer. As you can see, I'm darker up here. So I just use a little bit at a time. I'm going to take it down here. I'm using this warm color as a bronzer. Push it into the hairline, on top of the cheekbone. Bronzer is not the same as contour. Contour you put in the hollows and in the contours to create a shadow, create dimension. And bronzer we're just doing it to warm up the skin. To create warmth, a sun-kissed look. Because if you do just flat foundation, like one shade of foundation, you're going to look very one-dimensional. You don't have any like color, which is half the reason I'm doing this technique, because it's fun. You can create dimension easier, save time, save product. And I'm going to do a little bit on my nose, just right where the sun hits. However, I do use like a little bronzer powder because the bronzer I have has a bit of a shimmer. So as you can see, the skin's looking very flawless, and we'll add a little bit under the eyes, a very light shade. Whoa, kids having fun. Yeah. Blend it down. There goes another kid. Whee! Okay. So that's done. And if you have like
No.
that's my foundation with me right now. So now I'm going to move on to the rest of the makeup, and I'm just going to take a little break and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the foundation when you're done. It looks really good. This is basically my go-to daytime look. Red lips. I had a hard time with my pupils, so I kept messing it up, but it turned out really good. And so I pretty much was able to skip out on all the powder contouring. I did do a little bit of bronzer, and then I added blush last minute because I like to do my blush after my lipstick. And it looks fabulous. It matches my neck, and I have all the contour and all that jazz, and I don't have nearly as much product on it either, so that's great, and it will last all day, so yay! Anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it, and it was nice to just chill and relax without being in front of my big camera film setup, because sometimes that's actually pretty stressful, which is really odd, you know, let's just sit here and chill and do makeup. So I might do these from now on, like I'll use my nicer camera and just like sit at a table. You have to use my background, whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, it's all about the makeup really, so just look at my face. Look at my pretty face. I look good. Today's gonna be a good day. So I hope you have a nice day, and hope you, do fun stuff and be happy and all that jazz. So see you next time.